Ms. Nelka Villarin, Dean of Student Affairs, will now introduce the graduate who will give the response on behalf of the graduating class.
It is with pleasure that I introduce to you the graduate who will give the response on behalf of the graduating class. He is a Gokongwei Scholar, graduate of Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, summa cum laude, and a recipient of the Gerardo Cinco Gold Medal of Excellence for Chemical Engineering. His excellent academic performance earned him opportunities in international programs such as Kyoto University Exchange Program on Energy Science and Human Security Development, and Temasek Foundation Leadership Enrichment and Regional Networking in National University of Singapore. He had the opportunity to present in international research conference, particularly in the 9th Asian Federation of Biotechnology Symposium. He is also a student leader with excellent organizational skills and strong passion for social development as manifested in his various engagements in the past years. These include Asian Youth Summit, where he was the project head, and Kaminori Earth Youth Summit, where he represented the country in Hong Kong. Our speaker is also a fellow of the Lasallian Social Enterprise for Economic Development, a program that allowed him to work with local community on a social enterprise project geared towards improving the quality of life. These are the experiences that allowed him to see and know the world better. Experiences that taught him to respect cultural differences and to value the gifts and unique contributions of others. Ladies and gentlemen, to give the response on behalf of the graduating class, may I present to you John Patrick C. from the Gokongwei College of Engineering.
Thank you, Ms. Nelka Villarin, for that introduction. Dr. Florencia Claveria, Brother President Raimundo Suplido, University Chancellor Dr. Robert Oleda, administrators, faculty, guests, parents, and my fellow graduates of Batch 2018. Good afternoon. First of all, congratulations to all of us for graduating today. It has not been an easy journey, but we made it through. So let's give ourselves a round of applause for that. Before I start, I'd like to ask for a show of hands. If you were to choose between your mom and your dad, and don't worry, they won't see your hands raising up, so you can choose anyone, okay? Who would you choose as your hero? Who says mommy? Who says daddy? Okay. Who says neither? Okay. All right, thank you for that. Back in kindergarten, most of us were asked about who our heroes were. And the usual answers would be our parents or superheroes. We were born to look up to other people. But you know, there's nothing wrong with looking up to ourselves as well. When I was thinking of a topic for this speech, I turned to our good old friend, Mr. Google, for inspiration. Most inspirational speech. I searched. And as I was searching, I stumbled upon Matthew McConaughey's Best Actor speech during the Oscars. And there he was, looking dapper in his white suit. And he starts talking about how he always needs a person to chase in his life. A hero to look up to. Someone who was great, someone who would constantly tell him to do better. But what made it more interesting was that the hero he so desperately chased after was actually his future self all along. After watching the video, I sat there thinking to myself, wow, I'd love to be my own hero too. But can I ever be certain that my future self will be someone I'd be proud to call my hero? If your future self were your hero, what would it take for you to be proud of him? What values would you want him to never compromise? What things, learnings, do you want him to never forget? For me, the answers to these questions came in the form of three things that I have learned here in my stay in the LSU. And these are the three things that I want my future self, my hero, to never forget. Here we go. The first thing is about seizing opportunities. Back in 2016, I once ran for the USG elections, representing the yellow and blue. I wasn't really supposed to, but one night, about a week before campaign period, my friend calls me up. And he tells me that there was a problem and that a candidate will not be allowed to run. And so he asks me, do you want to run instead? I was shocked, and so I asked him to call me back again after a few minutes. After the call, I did a very quick situational assessment. Okay, so my opponent's a girl. I'm not a very extroverted person. I have a lot of exams next week, and I have 1 week left to prepare. Ayos ah. I wanted to try, but I also knew that my chances of winning were not really good. And so when my friend called me up again, I was still unsure. But I finally told myself, sige na nga, I'll just do my best. And so I told my friend, okay, G. And that, my friends, is the story of how I lost the elections. I tried my best to win your hearts, your minds, and your votes, but my best just wasn't enough. It is possible to fail even if we try our best, and that's a frightening realization. So most of us get stuck, waiting for the right moment, waiting for when we feel most ready to do something because of fear. Truth be told, I also do. But in my stay in this university, I have learned that it is okay to feel scared, to feel inadequate, to ask yourself, kaya ko ba? Because at the end of the day, what matters is how we recover and react in spite of these thoughts. So to my future hero, never forget that seizing opportunities means acting despite of fear, not because of it. It is being willing to chase after the possibility of success despite the lingering fear and uncertainty of failure. So muster up your courage, snatch at every worthwhile opportunity, and create possibilities for yourself and for others. My next point is about purpose. Mark Twain once said that the two most important days of our lives are the day we are born and the day we find out why. And it's true that purpose play a very important role in our lives. It is like the ways of our existence, telling us how to get to our destination, even if we decide to add a stop in our existing route, or even if we end up making a wrong turn. However, in the process of finding our whys, know and accept that this will be something that most of us will struggle with. Take me, for example. In the past 4 years, I have spent more than half my time studying. The remaining time I spent in orgs, competition, seminars. I kept myself busy, eyeing every award and recognition, but I unknowingly made them the basis in evaluating myself and my worth. Amidst all the warm greetings and the praises, it still felt empty at times, probably because I never really knew what I wanted to do in life. This might be the reason why I'm slowly realizing that at the end of it all, the pursuit of goals, no matter how big or small, will be meaningless without a deeper understanding of why you're doing it, who you're doing it for, and what difference it will make in the grand scheme of things. So to my future self, to my hero, never forget to search for your true passion in life. Don't be content with just staying alive. Find something that you want to live for, and keep in mind that finding your purpose is not a sprint, but a marathon. My final point is on luck. Throughout my stay in this university, I have learned to accept that we are indeed lucky people. This realization, I would say, has had a huge impact to the way I look at the world. Because when we acknowledge that we can't fully take credit for our achievements, we are compelled to be humbler in our successes and to be less critical of other people's shortcomings. Luck means two things for me. First, luck is opportunities and events that happen at the right place and the right time. Luck is luck is being unprepared for an exam. Then all of a sudden, classes get suspended. Special thanks to Pag-asa and Mayor Erap, of course. Luck is also ending up as group mates with a guy or girl you've been staring at for the past 30 minutes during the first day of class. As for me, luck was when I was able to study in the National University of Singapore and still graduate on time, together with this batch. A dream that I almost gave up on because it seemed impossible. It was impossible until I realized that the academic calendar shift had actually created a special term where I could take additional classes. Long story short, I was able to go and study abroad, and I came back to DLSU with a burning fire to do greater things. This life-changing experience of mine would not have happened without the calendar shift. And this was luck for me. Second, luck is being blessed to have encountered people who shaped and changed our lives for the better. Looking back at our experiences, we will realize that there were so many people around us doing the little things that helped us achieve our successes in life. And so let us take this time to express our sincerest gratitude to these people who have been instrumental to who we are today. To our professors, who tirelessly teach us the things that we need to know in our lives and careers, even if it means having a makeup class every Saturday, or reminding everyone to say po and opo in class. From the bottom of our hearts, maraming salamat po. To our administrators, who strive to create a superior learning environment in DLSU, and who gave us everything that we could ask for our students. From the bottom of our hearts, maraming salamat po. To our friends, who always got our backs, mapa-schoolwork, love life, o Dota man yan, you made college life fun. You made school our second home. From the bottom of our hearts, maraming salamat po. And to our parents, ma, pa, salamat po sa allowance. Salamat po sa patuloy niyong pagsuporta at pagsakripisyo para sa amin. Our success today as students will forever be your great pride as parents. And you truly, truly deserve it. From the bottom of our hearts, maraming salamat po. This day, more than our graduation day, is a celebration for every single person we've met along the way. This is for you. Another round of applause for these people in our lives. So my hero, never forget that you are lucky. And remember that even though your successes may seem like your own perfect paintings when viewed from afar, they are actually mosaics, where each person around you does a little part to contribute to the overall beauty of those masterpieces. Bold, passionate, humble. This is how I envision my hero to be. And these are the three things that I want to work on moving forward as I strive to become the self I want to be in the future. Now let me end this speech by throwing back the same question to all my fellow graduates in this hall. If your future self were your hero, what would it take for you to be proud of him? Whatever your answers may be, I hope that you've realized by now that the only person who can actually make it happen is you. So be who you want to be. Live to be your own hero. To the 181st batch of graduates, congratulations again. Thank you for indulging me. Maraming salamat po, Ani Molasal.